Welcome to the F.E.A.R Chronicles, false evidence appearing real, where we are covering real stories for navigating burnout, bold moves, and becoming your best self. I'm your host, Natasha Aga, private practice strategist, mother of two, and recovering perfectionist. This is the space where we get honest about the pivots, the pressure, and the purpose behind it all. If you're navigating life transitions, career shifts, motherhood, or learning to trust yourself again, you're in the right place. Let's dive in.
This episode will be slightly different than others, and I want to preface that all of this is with love, tough love. This is an honest conversation about what it is that you truly want and what's holding you back. Because if you change nothing, nothing changes. What do you envision for your life? What would it take for you to make the decision and follow through to make the changes? If nothing changes, where would you be 6 months or a year from now? I want you to visualize what things would look like for you 1 year from now if you did implement all of the changes, you figured out the root cause, and completed the inner work on yourself. Where are you? How do you feel? What's happening and what's not happening anymore? What does a day in the life look like versus changing nothing a year from now? Are you going to feel fulfilled? Now let's take a look at the top three currencies, which is time, money, and knowledge. What is most important to you? Let's talk about time. You may say, I don't have enough time. My response is, you always have time. You make time for what you prioritize and what's most important to you, right? If you've been listening to this podcast and thinking, I know there's more for me, more alignment, more freedom, more clarity, that version of you, she already exists. And that is exactly the work we do inside the Private Practice Burnout Solution. This is where we move beyond surface level strategy and into the identity, energy, and systems needed to build a business that actually supports your life. If you're ready to become her now, you'll find more details on my website at natashaagaconsulting.co. What the underlying apprehension may be is the idea of losing or wasting time. I want you to reframe that for yourself. Would you rather bet on yourself, do the work you know you need to do, and collapse time? Collapsing time means bridging the gap between doing it yourself, which is likely what you've already been doing and not achieving the results you desire, versus locking in on structure and leadership by someone who is an expert at what you're doing or is also ahead of you doing what you're doing and what you're seeking to achieve. Once you decide to do this, that is how you collapse time and change your life. That's the how and how you get there. If you're serious about making the changes necessary to go to the next level and achieve all that you know that you are capable of having, what else could stop you? Next is money. You may say, I don't have enough money. Are you willing to make a one-time investment in yourself that can change the entire trajectory of your life? What is that worth to you? It's priceless. That is everything. You wouldn't cheap out on yourself, would you? The underlying apprehension may be the idea of investing in someone else, when in actuality, the reframe here is when you make an investment in development of any kind, business or personal, you are indeed investing in yourself. your capabilities, your skills, and your ability to acquire knowledge, tools, and skills to achieve the results you desire. Then, when it comes to investments, the amount of money is relative. Money is energy, and energy is infinite. It's in exchange for goods or services. Take the emotional components or your money stories out of the equation, if you have any, we all do, and look at things objectively. To exchange money for the knowledge, tools, and resources to change your life, could you put a price point on that? You always can make, save, and spend money, but you cannot do the same with time. Next is knowledge. You may say, I have tried everything, or I already know everything there is to know about it. What would it mean to you to accelerate your skills and optimize your tools to streamline your business, to maximize and reclaim your time, your sanity, and your energy? The underlying apprehension may be the idea of what else could I possibly learn that I haven't already done? This reframe is essential. What have your results shown you? If that were 100% true, you wouldn't be burned out and exhausted. You wouldn't feel handcuffed to your practice, feel like you don't have enough time and completely stagnant. When it comes to investing in yourself, your self development, and your business, it's an important decision. I would not ask clients to do something that I haven't done myself, both professionally and as a clinician. I have invested thousands of dollars across all areas of my life, from developing and launching my program, the Private Practice Burnout Solution, along with setting up the online platform, all to collapse time. I have invested in my mindset and peak performance to collapse time. I invested in my podcast to reach more people and collapse time. Here is my final question to you. Ask yourself, what does time freedom, your peace, and your career life fulfillment worth to you? Ultimately, having the balanced calendar, the full life, and thriving practice is all available to you right now. You can make it happen for yourself as long as you believe it. There is so much good on the other side, and it does get better. To learn more or to fill out an application to work with me, you can hop over to my website, natashaagaconsulting.co. The program is currently accepting applications. So, who do you be? I would love to hear from you. Any light bulb moments, insights, or takeaways from this episode? You can share with me on Instagram at Natasha Aga Consulting or comment below. For more strategies, insights, and resources to help you navigate your own journey, join my Fearless Alignment newsletter on my podcast page. I invite you to take my 2-minute Are You the Bottleneck quiz to find out who or what is slowing down your progress. It's fast, fun, and eye-opening, and I will link that in the show notes below.
Thanks for joining me on the F.E.A.R Chronicles. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to like, comment, or share with someone who needs it. Want more support? Check out the links below for free resources, workshops, and how to work with me. Remember, bold moves start with small shifts. You've got this, and I've got you.